and gentlemen, the American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, and check us out on all of our platforms. Well, the lead story is this. Father's Day's tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Sunday. I want to wish everybody a happy Father's Day. Now, our real lead story is this. James Comer is now saying he believes the amount of money that has flown into the Biden family is going to be found out to be $20 to $30 million. Also, the Oversight Committee is in discussions with Devin Archer, the former buddy of Hunter Biden, who's convicted. I want to say something about this. In the law, we say something, there's words called irrefutable facts. Okay? This is, without any shadow of a doubt, irrefutable. Hunter Biden and the Biden family did absolutely nothing to earn any money from any foreign government, foreign corporation, or anything else other than Joe Biden's position. Period. So therefore, money that came in to the Biden family from any source, you have to ask yourself, why? And they're connecting the dots, and it's going to be ugly. Do you know that the ABC, CBS, NBC, the Alphabet have not dedicated 1 minute on their news in the past week to this story? Not one. Federal agencies, can't make this up, $247 billion in improper payments in 2022. In other words, payments that went out of all these federal agencies that shouldn't have went out to somebody. Our government is just, it is what it is. It's corrupt. It's broken. And you have to ask yourself this question, why doesn't anybody do anything? Nobody does anything about this stuff. Ron DeSantis has told Newsom to shut up or get in the race. Good for him. Joe Biden announced that he's got a plan to build a railroad across the Pacific and Indian Oceans. Again, folks, I mean, why don't we do something? Why don't we do something? A TikToker in Belgium faked his own death. He let his wife and kids in on it. I think it's kind of a little sick joke. Meghan Markle's Archetypes podcast is being axed. Sorry, Meghan, you fail again. Joe Biden said, when he tried to, build back better, which is a joke, he actually said, build back Biden. I agree. How do we build back Biden? I don't know. Maybe we ought to talk to the $1 Million Man folks, the $8 million man, and see how we can do that. The big guy. You can't make this up. Bob Ulinsky, the former associate of Hunter Biden, said that they referred to him as the big guy. Guess what? Turns out, in all this Burisma stuff, someone else refers to him as the big guy. See, everybody. You think that's a coincidence? You think that's a coincidence? Big guy relative to China, big guy relative to Ukraine. Big guy. Judge Eileen Cannon's first order in the Trump case relates to everybody, all the lawyers involved. It's got to go through security clearance. Why? Because the documents are obviously going to be seen. Her first order. We'll keep track of it all. Coming up next, Eric Deters and local news with yours truly. Ladies and gentlemen, American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Local News, sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. Where our lead story is a sad, tragic, and bizarre story. That guy right there, his name is Chad Dorman. I think he's like 30-some odd years old. He was arrested in Claremont County. He shot his wife, who was shot in his hand, and he shot and killed his 3, 4, and 7-year-old boys that were shot and killed in the front yard. When the police arrived, he was sitting at the front door with his wife, who had already also been shot. Don't know why yet, but he's been charged with aggravated murder. Bizarre and weird. And law and crime, which obviously that story. This guy right here, Rick Bowling, was this Commonwealth attorney in Christian County, did some bad things. You can't make it up. I mean, you're talking about these bizarre sex pictures, favors, all this stuff. Guess what happens to this guy? He only gets a 5-year suspension, no disbarment. And in local news, Fortune says there's 13 of the best cities for families to live in. Westchester is number 13 in the country, according to Fortune magazine. If you live in Westchester, you're number 13 in the whole country. This stuff is so bizarre and freaking weird. I think I live in the best place. Kroger, not 5%, not 10%, 45% increase in profit this quarter. Little price gouging, you think? Les Wexner on the left is the richest Ohioan, and the lady on the right is Tamara Gustafson, who's married to a guy named Eric. You know what? She's worth $7 billion thanks to her dad, who started Public Storage. She's the richest Kentuckian, also part owner of Spendthrift Farm. Can you imagine the life they lead? Different level, baby. Gallatin County Airport opened up yesterday. Little regional airport. Cost like $44 million to do that. You have to ask yourself, why? The Speedway isn't there kind of really anymore. I think that's probably what prompted it at one point in time. Maybe that'll help bring everything back. Anti-Semitic literature has been dropped around Hyde Park and other places. It happens. In Kentucky news, you ready for this? Kentucky and Tennessee are the two most depressed states. In Ohio passed a $173 billion biennial budget. That's a lot of money. Do you think it's going to be used wisely? We'll see. Coming up next, Jamie Spindley in his World News.
Hello, welcome to the World News. A 21-year-old lady has died after she was attacked, and then she was thrown from a hill next to a castle in Germany. The 30-year-old tourist, who is from the United States, fled the scene and was later arrested after a massive police manhunt. At least 15 people have died in a highway crash 2 hours west of Winnipeg in Canada. The crash was between a semi-trailer and a bus. 22 people injured and 2 people killed after cyclone Biparjoy made landfall in India and the Pakistan border last night. Drones and missiles have been launched in Kyiv as African leaders arrived in Ukraine on a peace mission. Ukraine's foreign minister said the missiles are showing Africa that President Putin wants more war. And in sports, the men's USA football team beat Mexico 3-0 last night in Las Vegas. Until Monday, have a fantastic weekend, and to all you dads out there, have a fantastic Father's Day. Cheerio.